Good evening, I'm Stacy Scheibel.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sheriff Grady Judd wants to set the record straight. Yesterday, he made some comments about immigration enforcement that he says were misinterpreted by some people, and today he felt a need to clarify.
He said he is not straying from his initial stance, but rather looking for ways that law enforcement can focus their efforts. News Channel 8's Emmy Darkia has the sheriff's comments.
Sheriff Judd mentioned that the problem is not just the millions of undocumented immigrants that are currently in the United States, but rather focusing law enforcement's efforts to deport those who are actually causing harm. He mentioned that those who are good should have a pathway to stay.
It's not complicated, it's not rocket science, but quite frankly, it's much more important than rocket science. I really don't need to know what the dirt composition of the moon is, or how far we can get into outer space. But I need to be able to deal ethically, morally, and legally with the people in this country and keep them safe.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said he is not opposing the federal or state government, but part of his role at the State Immigration Enforcement Council is to provide honest feedback.
Make no mistake about it. Any illusion that we're not supporting the president or the government is absolutely false.
Today, Judd criticized certain media outlets, saying his comments were focused on creating pathways for certain immigrants, rather than dissenting from party lines. Judd saying that certain, not violent immigrants without a prior record should have a pathway to stay in the United States legally. But that lies in the hands of Congress.
But if the Congress will do their job, and they're not, and they haven't, if Congress will do their job and deal with this group, then it frees us up to focus on those that are committing crime, those that are dangerous, those that are violent.
First-time immigration infractions are civil violations, and Sheriff Judd said he is not proposing amnesty for people.
They should be fined. They should be held accountable. They should pay whatever that fine is,
but rather a way for them to stay and live their American dream. Sheriff Judd mentioned yesterday that the council plans to write a letter to President Trump and other elected officials. Today, he said that those plans are not concrete. In Polk County, Emmy Darkia, 8 on your side.